Did you know 25% of Americans have no emergency savings at all? And among those who do, nearly half have saved less than 3 months' worth of expenses. Shocking, right? It's like walking on a tightrope without a safety net. But here's the good news: it's never too late to start saving. Welcome to your guide on how to save your emergency funds fast. We're not just talking about stashing away a few dollars here and there. We're diving deep into practical, step-by-step strategies that will transform the way you think about money, budgeting, and savings. From creating a budget that actually works for you to uncovering smart ways to boost your income, we've got you covered. So, are you ready to turn your financial situation around? To live with the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're prepared for the unexpected? Stick with us. By the end of this journey, you'll have not just the tools but the confidence to build your emergency fund and take a giant leap towards financial freedom. Let's get started. Chapter 1: Kickstarting your journey to financial freedom. Imagine having a safety net that catches you every time life throws a curveball your way. That's your emergency fund, a financial cushion designed to handle surprises without derailing your dreams. Financial freedom isn't just about amassing wealth. It's about gaining the freedom to make choices that make you happy, without stress over unexpected expenses. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest individuals on the planet, once said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." This quote isn't about hoarding every penny, but it's a smart reminder to prioritize saving as a pathway to financial security. So, why is an emergency fund so critical? Well, consider this. A report by the Federal Reserve found that 40% of Americans would struggle to come up with $400 for an unexpected expense. This statistic isn't just surprising, it's a wake-up call on the importance of being prepared. Chapter 2: Diagnosing your financial health. Before you start saving, you need a clear picture of where you stand financially. It's like using a map. You can't navigate to your destination without knowing your starting point. A personal financial audit involves a simple yet revealing process. List down your income, track every expense, note your debts, and don't forget your current savings. Understanding your financial health might reveal some hard truths, but it's the first step towards real change. Did you know that? According to a study by the Pew Research Center, 1/3 of American households have no savings at all. This stat is a stark reminder of why knowing your financial standing is pivotal. If you're part of this statistic, it's okay. Recognizing it means you're ready to take control. Chapter 3: Setting your emergency fund goal. Setting your emergency fund goal isn't about picking a number out of thin air. It's about calculating how much money you'd need to live on if unexpected events, like job loss or medical emergencies, happen. A good rule of thumb is to aim for 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This might sound daunting, but it's achievable with persistence and a solid plan. Remember, your emergency fund is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about gradual progress, not overnight success. Financial experts often suggest starting small, even if it's just $1 a day. Over time, these small contributions add up. As Dave Ramsey, a personal finance guru, often says, you must plan your work and then work your plan. Chapter 4: Creating a budget that works. Have you ever felt like budgeting is a chore? Let's flip the script. Imagine your budget as your roadmap to financial freedom. The secret is making it work for you, not against you. Start by tracking where every dollar goes. It might sound tedious, but it's eye-opening. You'll quickly spot where your money slips through the cracks. Next, prioritize your spending. Essentials come first. Think rent, food, and yes, that emergency fund. Then, fit in the fun stuff. It's not about cutting out coffee, it's about balance. Apps like Mint or You Need a Budget can be game changers here. They do the heavy lifting, tracking your spending in real time. Remember, a budget that's too tight is like a diet that's too strict. It's unsustainable. Allow yourself small indulgences. They're the sprinkles on top that make it easier to stick to your financial plan. Chapter 5: Cutting expenses without sacrificing quality of life. Who says saving money means living less? Let's debunk that. Start with the big wins. Housing, transportation, and food are your budget's heavyweights. Consider house hacking, renting out a room or using Airbnb. It's not for everyone, but it can drastically reduce your living expenses. Transportation costs can be sneaky. If you're working remotely, does that car really need to sit in the driveway? Biking, carpooling, or even walking can slash costs and boost your health. Food is another biggie. Cooking at home saves a ton compared to eating out. And it's healthier. Plus, meal prepping can be a fun Sunday ritual. Bulk buying for non-perishables is another pro tip. And no, you don't have to live on ramen noodles. With a little creativity, home-cooked meals can be delicious and budget-friendly. Chapter 6. Increasing your income. Cutting costs is half the battle. The other half? Boosting your income. It's not just about working more, it's about working smarter. Side hustles are the buzzword for a reason. They fit your skills and schedule. Think freelance writing, virtual tutoring, or even dog walking. The gig economy has something for everyone. Passive income might sound like a dream, but it's achievable. Investing in dividend-paying stocks or real estate can bring in regular income with minimal effort. It's a longer game, but the payoff is worth it. Lastly, never underestimate the power of negotiation. Asking for a raise isn't just about valuing your work. It's about showing your value. Do your homework, build your case, and go for it. The worst they can say is no, but if they say yes, that's a direct boost to your emergency fund. Chapter 7. Smart Saving Habits. When it comes to saving, the mantra is out of sight, out of mind. Setting up automated transfers to your emergency fund can turn a daunting task into a no-brainer. Pick a day right after payday. It's like you never had that money, so you won't miss it. And, if you're thinking, but I might need that money, remember, it's going towards something crucial: your peace of mind. Ever heard of the pay yourself first philosophy? It's a game changer. Before paying bills or splurging on that new gadget, put money into your emergency fund. It's not being selfish, it's being smart. You're ensuring that future you is covered in case of unexpected events. Another smart habit is to treat your savings goal as a bill. It's non-negotiable. Just like you wouldn't skip your rent or electricity bill, your emergency fund contribution is a must-pay. This mindset shift makes saving a priority, not an afterthought. Chapter 8. Where to keep your emergency fund. Not all savings accounts are created equal, especially when it comes to your emergency fund. You want this money to be accessible, but not too accessible. A high-yield savings account hits the sweet spot. It offers better interest rates than a regular savings account, meaning your money grows while sitting there, waiting for a rainy day. Think of it this way: if your emergency fund is too easy to access, like in your checking account, you might be tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. On the flip side, if it's in a long-term investment account, you might not be able to get to it quickly when you really need it. It's all about finding that balance. Some folks even split their emergency fund across different accounts for different purposes. For example, keeping a month's worth of expenses in a checking account for immediate access, with the rest in a high-yield savings account for growth. It's like having your cake and eating it too, financially speaking. Chapter 9. Maintaining and growing your emergency fund. Building your emergency fund is a major achievement. But the work doesn't stop there. Life changes, and so should your emergency fund. Regular check-ins, like a quick review every 6 months, ensure that your fund matches your current needs. Got a raise? Maybe it's time to beef up that fund. Remember, your emergency fund is for emergencies. That might sound obvious, but in a moment of temptation, it's easy to forget. Dipping into it for non-emergencies can leave you unprotected when a real crisis hits. Treat it as sacred and replenish it if you ever have to use it. Finally, celebrate the milestones. Saving up 3 months' worth of expenses is no small feat. Recognizing your hard work keeps you motivated to maintain and grow your fund. After all, financial security is a key ingredient to peace of mind, and you're doing a great job at securing it.